Hi, I'm Edmund.
And I'm Heather.
And this is All Positive Reviews. Oh my god, do we have a lot to be positive about this week.
Oh yes, it was an amazing episode of Game of Thrones.
Yes. First, obligatory shout out for, music and main titles.
Always, though. They're always the best. So, I mean, we could go on about that for days, but we already did in the first one.
Jaime on trial in front of the woman whose father he kingslayed and the woman whose brother he, tossed out of a window.
Yeah.
Bringing everyone together. In a key moment, like, it brought even Dany and Sansa together for a minute.
For a minute there, they were, yeah.
Best thing was Brienne.
Yes.
Best thing by far, her standing up for him, doing all those callbacks to season 3 of Jaime actually trying to become the knight that he is. And honestly, for me, Jaime was the heart of this episode. Like, he brought so many characters together. Mm-hmm. He made Tyrion feel like old Tyrion again.
Oh yeah, it was so nice to have Tyrion there with his brother. I don't know, it was great.
His reunion with Bran was brief, but it was beautiful.
It's exactly what I was hoping it would be, because I just kind of wanted Bran to be like, well, yeah, but it's kind of one of those life messages that you get. Well, if you change those awful things, you wouldn't be who you are now.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's always good to hear.
No, whatever happened had to happen.
Right.
I'm not that person anymore.
You still would be if you hadn't pushed me out of that window. And I would still be Brandon Stark.
This is the greatest calm before a storm fantasy thing since the Battle of Helm's Deep in Two Towers. And I always compare Game of Thrones to that, because that's just kind of my shorthand for cinematic epicness, is that battle in Lord of the Rings.
And I mean, that was one of his favorite writers, so it makes sense to compare the two.
But we got to talk about Arya and Gendry.
It was wonderful.
So
I've loved Arya just, making her point that he should just go ahead and make her weapon, and he quickly agreed.
Quickly.
Yes.
Her reunions were top notch. Like, I loved her moment with the Hound.
Yes.
Him basically closing that gap between them, being like, well, I helped you.
I like the fact that she admitted that she's taken people off her list.
Yeah, she has. That's right.
I love the fact that she basically admitted that because the Hound was on her list. Mm-hmm. And obviously he's not there anymore. I wonder what other people might be on or off her list.
I wonder if Melisandre's off her list, and she's like, I brought your brother back though, so.
Obviously Arya was a little pissed and thought she slept with Gendry, and when she didn't, I think she was pretty happy about that. So
I'm sure Robert Baratheon in his grave was happy about that.
Yeah.
That was a great testament to what this episode was about. It was about how do you react to that, last night before things are going to happen. Some people will be drinking. Some people will be having sex. Some people will be gathering for the greatest party scene since Avengers Age of Ultron, probably. Okay, let's talk about Tormund.
Oh, I love Tormund. I love them all. I say that every time. But Tormund is great. He's just so cheerful and so in love with Brienne.
I know. He wants her so
I love this pissing contest he had going on between him and Jaime.
No one asked for that.
No, not at all. But it was still great, and I'm still glad we got it, because I'll listen to Tormund talk for days. I don't even care.
I know, and he makes he makes guzzling non-normal milk so hilarious and awful at the same time.
That's how I got so strong. Giant's milk.
Tormund is amazing.
Oh, yes.
And that party is great. Like, starting with Jaime and Tyrion being the brothers that we always loved.
Yes.
I love Tyrion's line about, something to the effect of, like, the downsides of self-betterment.
Yes. Whoremongering. I loved when he brought up the fact that he wishes his dad was there.
That and his Cersei line earlier.
Yes.
Those were
he
the
had
best.
so many great lines again this episode.
Yes, he
like,
did.
Just wonderful lines this episode.
You can tell because the writer of this episode, Brian Cogman, was the one who did his trial episode back in season 4, and he knows how to write Tyrion.
Yes.
Where Tyrion, he owns up to his mistakes. He is very much about accountability, and yet he can also make you smile.
Yeah.
In the same sentence. I love that he's the rally party of, we need to drink to our imminent deaths.
I also love that scene because in that scene I get all my favorite off-men. Like, I love Jon Snow and everything, but these are all the second men.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? All the ones that are right next to, like, them all the time. Like Dany and all of them. They're right there. And they all always have such great moments of their own or lines of their own with their big people. But this was the time where it was all of them in one room together.
Yes.
And it was fun to see that.
Oh,
it was
absolutely.
really neat to see that.
Podrick, Brienne.
Yes.
Like, there were so many great ones in that room. And Tyrion is even the one to recognize it. Of all of us at one point or another have fought the Starks, and yet here we are.
Yep. Brienne is finally in a room with her peers. All these other, and they're treating her so equally. If not more equally. They're just like, you're just the most awesome.
Women can't be knights.
Why not?
Tradition.
Fuck tradition. I'm no king, but if I were, I'd knight you 10 times over.
A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms.
Yes.
Where Brienne of Tarth finally becomes Sir Brienne of Tarth. Because and I love that Jaime gets to be the one to do it.
Yes,
too.
I know he needed to do that for her. She deserved it, and he needed to do it.
Because I mean, she was the first one to see what was really good in him and brought that out. But he was also one of the first ones to actually respect her. As a warrior and as a person. Like that scene earlier in the episode. When she does not know how to take him. Yeah,
she's just like, I don't understand. I gotta go.
Wait, you're nice?
I'm so confused. I don't know how to react.
But she, he also recognizes what's great in her and, is now serving under her. Like, there's a great humility in this episode, and there's a great just coming together. I mean, even Dany and Sansa have a moment of getting together when they're talking about Jon, because who doesn't love Jon Snow?
Yes, and I understand the guardedness of everybody still, but it was wonderful to see them talk and smile and laugh, and honestly, even though I do love their moment together, but my favorite part of that scene is she sticks up for Tyrion.
Yeah.
Sansa needed to stick up for Tyrion. He deserved it, he earned it, and I was really glad to see.
He was good to her.
Because everybody stuck up for Tyrion to her.
It was weird. It wasn't as much about Jon and Dany. It was about everyone else. Mm-hmm. Even just, the little people. Like, we had this Shireen callback girl.
Oh, yeah. The little girl talking. Oh, that was so great. It was such a stopping moment.
Gilly to be the one to talk to her.
And it was great because Gilly knows how to talk to kids. She's so good. Instead of being telling her with this little girl, because you got a lot of strong-minded little girls, and instead of telling them what to do, just to, bend her a different way,
Yes. Davos is amazing at that. He was great at that with Shireen.
He is. I think he was shell-shocked.
I don't believe in the gods, but reincarnation might be real.
But I do love how instead of telling her where to go, even he asked her which way she wanted to go. They're so good about that.
Yes,
I just love how the women just rock on this show.
It was a very pro-woman episode.
It really was. It was great.
The moment that got me the most emotionally was the three-way meeting of Lyanna, Jorah, and Sam. And we had one of our first, Jorah and Dany, wisdom togetherness scenes since season 4. And he was doing some great damage control on there. But this moment with him and Sam and Lyanna, I wish you good fortune, cousin.
Yes, I love that cousin. I loved it.
I wept at Sam giving him the sword. I mean, I knew it was going to happen, but the way things are done can always still get me, whether I know it's coming or not. And that's what this episode was. It gave me so much of what I had wanted.
Yes.
And a lot of it fell out from the first shot to the last shot.
Yeah.
Pretty much fell out how I said it was going to, and yet it surprised me.
Yeah.
Throughout the whole thing.
Oh, no, they always do such a great job of that.
Mm-hmm.
They write it so brilliantly that still.
Yeah, and actually one person, and you were bringing this up too, is one person that we didn't give enough attention to in the first episode, but who really shined in this one was Sansa. Like, after that first trial scene, she really started to open up.
Yeah.
With certain people, and especially Theon.
I love the hug with Theon. That was awesome.
I love how we're there, we're in the shit. We need to get things done and get together, and yet they made the time to have these heartwarming moments and have these funny moments.
Yeah.
And then to pull it out right from under you in preparation for episode 3.
Oh, it's so good. I'm gonna be so sad.
I know, but isn't Podrick singing just the best way to sort of like carry us through to that last like little bit?
High in the halls of the kings who are gone, Jenny would dance with her ghosts, the ones she had lost and the ones she had found, and the ones who had loved her the most.
It was good. I love his voice. I love the song. Just, it was a good moment.
Well, I'm honestly surprised that Tyrion doesn't sing, because it seems like 2 out of 3 of like him, Bronn, and Podrick can sing.
It's funny. I'm glad that Podrick sang. I love that moment. I'm glad that he's the one that did it. All of that stuff. However, for a minute there, I was kind of hoping for Tormund.
No, for a minute.
Only because we see, I've seen him do it in other places, and he's just, he's a good little singer. So, but I'm really glad to hear Podrick sing. That was, I think it was his moment to do that. And he grew up so much.
He did.
He was so much better with that sword. You could see she was so proud of him.
He can fight now.
He can.
This was like probably the best paced episode that had no deaths in it.
Yeah. There wasn't really, there was nothing like that in it. It was just a nice reunion episode and making up and camaraderie episode. It was great. Yeah,
it didn't give us any action, but at the same time, it gave us action in all of these payoffs and all of these reunions and but not just reunions. Like, it wasn't fanficky, even though it is, but it is in that really good way where it's like, no, we got shit to do. We are not stopping the clock to do all of this.
Right.
We're weaving it into the story,
and
it's working seamlessly in a way that really has been coming together the last like couple seasons. Yeah, I loved it. Absolutely loved it. We got to see everyone together.
Yes, that's what I had been missing. That's what I had really been wanting too, was to see everybody in the same room together.
Oh, that's one thing. I mean, we got to learn what the Night King wants.
I kind of figured he wanted Bran.
Yeah.
That was kind of the thing, but it's nice to have it confirmed.
What does he want? An endless night. He wants to erase this world, and I am its memory.
Well, that's what death is, isn't it? Forgetting.
Anyway, we loved that episode.
I really did love the episode, even though this isn't about our feelings on the episode in general. It's just the positive stuff. Still, it was a great episode. I really enjoyed it. And that's a positive thing, so I can say it. Haha.
I hope we can say positive things next episode.
I mean, in all honesty, I'm a huge Joss Whedon fan, a huge Quentin Tarantino fan. I'm a fan of all these people who seriously believe in you sacrifice, so you lose. So I know I'm losing some people that I love.
And they did not hesitate setting that up.
I'm fully prepared for some of them to go. I'm not as prepared for other ones to go, but not my story, so I don't get to say what happens, so I'll just have to deal with it. But I'm excited anyway.
The Lord of Light will, his way will be, and how whatever Barrick says, whatever sermon, I don't know. I love the Hound trying to toss him off.
I think one of my favorite people in the episode was Arya.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little weird watching her lose her virginity, but that's okay.
hey, it's been a long time.
I think that's why they did that, was to be like, hey, all these people have grown the F up, so.
Yeah. Hopefully, next week we'll be saying the same thing, but even stronger and better with a slight hint of devastation.
Our faces will be red.
Hopefully, we'll have the next all-positive review for Game of Thrones up on the Monday right after the new episode.
We're going to try.
We also have another couple ones coming on the way. We have the end of a giant... Well, not the end, but the end of, as we know it, of a giant 22-film franchise that, I won't care to mention here. We're going to be taking a little extended look at some of that. So, we have that on the horizon, and some Indican pictures, which you can look in the description below and find the link for. A lot of great B movies there, and we went to one for a screening.
Yeah.
Just this past weekend for 420, and we'll have that up too.
Yeah.
But until next time, stay positive and have a great one.
Definitely.
Until next week.